Everything I ever tell you starts with posture. Okay. So the big thing with posture is it's all about stacking. Okay. If you picture building blocks, if you stack them one on top of another, slightly wonky, so you're trying to make the Leaning Tower of Pisa, it's not a very stable item, is it? You wouldn't want to make it move quickly in any direction because it's going to topple over. Essentially, that's what you're doing with the human body. Okay, you want to stack your building blocks one on top of each other so they're nice and steady. You can then stress them from any direction and they're going to keep going. They're going to stay upright. Okay. If your chin's forward, it goes from weighing 12 pounds to 36 or 42 pounds, depending on how far you can poke it. Okay. In this position, try and take a nice deep breath. And out. It feels like you've all got a really bad cold, doesn't it? Okay. If you come back into this position, try and take a nice deep breath. Lovely. If you're here and you can't get enough air in, what are you going to have a lack of? Energy. Okay. If you want to run faster, you've got to use the fuel that the body can produce better. Okay. To do that, you've got to enable it to do its natural chemical reactions, which is posture. Okay. Like I've tied that in. So, as well as being able to breathe deeper, what happens is the air comes in and it goes to the bottom of your lungs where your blood supply is. Okay? So, if you're here, the air is at the top, blood supply is here. It takes longer for that exchange to happen. If you're up nice and tall, you're getting the air in quicker and you're building less of a debt. If you're breathless, if you're struggling to get the oxygen into your blood supply, you're stealing from somewhere else. This is what's going to cause a build-up of waste product, which makes those muscles feel more sore the following day. Okay? Essentially what you're doing is replenishing the body's natural stores to the point that it's gasping, it's dragging, and that's where you get a lot of waste product build-up. If you're up nice and tall, you've got a nice, good oxygen and energy exchange. You've got less debt being built up. If your chin's forward, your center of gravity, which is a string coming off your chin, sits forward of your body. Your body will naturally try to recenter you so that your center of gravity and your chin are aligned. Okay? In this position, your diaphragm has to kick in as a secondary stability muscle. It's designed as a big breathing muscle. It's really efficient to pull the lungs down. It's not as efficient as a stabilizer. Okay? That's why we have the lower pelvic muscles of our core system. Okay? So if it's pulling you down and holding you here, you're A, not breathing properly, you're B, not stabilizing properly. In this position, what happens is your quads are working hard to stabilize you, as are your calves. So you've got diaphragm, quads, calves. All quite big muscles. They're not what we call our slow twitch guys, they're our fast twitch guys. They're more likely to suck the energy out of you quicker because they have a higher demand than some of our postural muscles, which are smaller and more efficient. They're designed to hold us upright, that's their job. Just by stacking yourself correctly, you can reduce inefficient extra movement patterns. Okay? We want to move forwards and backwards. That's the direction we're going in. We don't really want to go this way or that way, unless we want to take up rugby as well, but that's a totally different talk. Okay? If we can eliminate unnecessary movements, allow the oxygen to come into the body properly, stack so we're using our postural muscles, we've got so much more in reserve to be able to go forward. What are we going to do with it? Well, we can either run longer or we can run faster. Okay, so it's all about stacking yourself and just being efficient.